it's Emma Mills here in a very festive episode of MiTV, which today is episode 44. Can you believe I've even got a 2018 calendar? We're nearly there. Christmas on Monday, we had the MyPA Christmas party on Saturday, and we're even ready for the big guy's arrival himself. You can see how generous we are with all of our visitors in the office here. So if you are in Manchester, come and pay us a visit. It inevitably becomes that time of year when you start to become reflective in what's happened in the business. So all of the good stuff, all of the bad stuff. And for those really smart business owners out there, those of you who will be planning for 2018, or maybe you've already planned for it. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was at the Entrepreneur Circle, an organisation which has played a massive part in the growth of my business and my personal growth as well. And in a presentation, they used a quote. Now, considering my absolute addiction to buying books off Amazon, I'd never heard of this guy before. He's a guy called Jeffrey Gitomer, and he's an American business expert. He's published books, speaker, expert on sales and marketing. And he had a quote which they used, which I may not get exactly word for word because I haven't quite memorised it yet, but the essence of it really resonates with me. So the quote went along the lines of, it's not the boss, the spouse, the money, the weather, the rain, the kids, it's you, and it always has been you. And Nigel has a similar rule within the Entrepreneur Circle, which is, it's all your fault. Now I think until most business owners really take this on board, you're never going to make the right decisions in your business. So just like all companies out there, MyPA have had lots of ups and some downs this year, and we will spend time to look at what's happened, why it happened, how we can make sure it never happens again. But ultimately, I'm a big believer in that wherever my business ends up is totally down to me and the decisions I've made. If you're one of those business owners that kind of blames staff or suppliers or customers or external things, of course there are things that will go wrong that you can never quite preempt for and never quite expect, but how you deal with them afterwards and how quickly you resolve them is all down to you. Now, for those of you out there who will think, well, I'd like to do X, but I don't have enough time, or there aren't enough hours in the day, that in itself is not taking responsibility for where you're at. You have exactly the same amount of hours in the day as I do, as Richard Branson does, as anybody does, and you chose to spend them in a particular way. You are completely in control of your own time, and until you take responsibility for that, you aren't going to move your business forward until you start to make some changes of not doing the tasks that are slowing you down and only concentrating on the things that are really worth your time. Don't be a busy fool and procrastinate. Christmas is always a great time to definitely relax, chill out, and just spend some time thinking and reflecting on what you can do better for next year. And for me, the biggest tip I would like you to take away from today is, are you taking full responsibility for where you're going to end up, and the state that your business is in at the moment? So I hope this little tip got your head out of the dirt and into the clouds, and I will see you next Wednesday just after Christmas. So I hope you all have an amazing time, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.